So, welcome back to the Bear Market Builders podcast. This is a podcast where we bring on people who are actually building through this bear market. Today we're here with Shaifer. Oh shoot, it's a little messed up. Shaifer, whenever you turn your camera on, let me know. Here we go. Hey, 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 there he is.
Yeah, I had it
Press
off
the
for a
button.
second. What's up?
No,
What's
all
up? What's
good, bro.
up?
Yo. How are you, bro? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling, grinding, but I'm happy to be here. What's up with you, boss?
Bro, I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling. Just school recently, and that's about it, bro. School, content, and just having fun, Just having fun.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, kudos to you before we start, I guess, or if we've already started while we start, is like, yeah, when I was in school, all I could focus on was sports and girls. So the fact you're doing anything and everyone already knows you. So congrats to you, man.
Hey,
Happy to be here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not focused on those things, but definitely more focused on business and content and stuff like that, and really just finding stuff that I love, or doing stuff that I love, and we're doing this. That's why we're here tonight or today. I don't know wherever you are in the world. Um, so yeah, bro, just can you give us a little rundown on who is Shaifer? Who who is Shaifer behind the PFP?
Yeah, behind the PFP, I wish I looked like my PFP right now. I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream or whatever, but yeah, I just updated my PFP to the color version of the Bad Environment Club, and it has the beanie and everything. But yeah, who am I past the PFP? I guess outside of Web3 or even before Web3, um, my job or kind of my passion in general was just like fashion and distribution of bulk goods, I would say. Um, and I did a bunch of other things before that, but yeah, I mean that's kind of what I live and kind of do on the day-to-day basis. I'm always checking like um, Sense and like all these websites. I'm fucking with Palace right now, so always checking like these websites for what's gonna drop now, and that hasn't been the case for like 3 years, just because Web3 took over before that. But now, thanks to Bad, it's like kind of job related that I get to care about fashion. So yeah, man, I guess that's kind of the number one is fashion. Kind of always thinking about being creative, revolving around fashion, but I don't know. I like to do a bunch of weird art shit on the side during the weekends, which is always fun. But yeah, I guess other than that, I hang out with my family a lot. My dog uh always needs a walk at night, so Light knows, my co-founder, I take literally like 30-minute breaks every night, which kind of insinuates the night wrapping down. Um, but yeah, my dog's my number one. That's Charlie, and then my brother's dog lives with me as well. It's Big Dog. So yeah, those are the two. And then yeah, my family as well. I have like five uncles and aunts that all live within Philly area where I'm at. So yeah, it used to be a lot of friends and girls, like I said, but now it's all the free time is spent with my grandpa and my family. And yeah, I guess my next favorite thing, so you can dive whenever, just to cut me off. But my
Nah,
next
bro, keep
favorite thing
going.
is UFC. Yeah.
Hey,
My next
well,
favorite thing is UFC. So every weekend, Saturdays, we'll be in like Othon, sometimes in bed, just chilling, watching. It's literally like only sport I watch now, which is pretty bad.
bro,
Trying to get back into
I
football.
love
But yeah,
I
yeah.
love UFC, bro. Yeah, I like to watch it with friends. It's always a lot more fun watching it with friends. In the Discord, just the reactions are funny. Also, by the way, I didn't know you're in PA as well, bro.
Are you in
W.
PA?
Yeah, I'm in Central. I'm in like the Central PA area.
Are you near like Hershey, or are you more like north, like
Um,
Lehigh Valley?
uh, I'm like literally dead center, like
Oh hell yeah!
dead center. Yeah, but
You're probably near. Are you near Blue Mountain at all?
no.
I just know Central because I used to go snowboarding way too much on the East Coast in high school. So yeah. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, Philly, right outside. So we're in like West Philly in the suburbs, Chestnut Hill area, and then we also have places in like I don't know, all over Rittenhouse and stuff. So yeah, Philly's the spot. Been the spot. Will be for the next few years.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Gnarly Bobby Green won you big this Saturday. W. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Underdogs were hitting this week, and Bobby Green, yeah, shocked the world. I honestly thought Grant Dawson was the for sure win, but I didn't know if he was going to win by KO or submission. So I just took the under, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was under. So I'm happy.
You a big sports better?
I limit myself just to Saturdays. Like I said, UFC is my thing. I know every fighter, you know what I mean, like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So not gonna jinx it, knock on wood, you know what I mean? But last 4 weeks we've been like 80% and above. And I've bet on every fight, but
Hey.
yeah, man, that's my fucking shit. Shout out to the gambling chat.
Bro, that's a W. So what is you were talking about bad, obviously. Congrats on Min Out, first of all. Could you give us a little rundown on what bad is now that we know who you are?
Yeah, of course, of course. So bad's kind of like a gift, honestly, to me, because like I said, my biggest or one of my biggest passions is like fashion and like creating culture with your garments. So like what you put on is like part of your expression. So it creates emotion from you, but also people around you, right? So yeah, what is bad? It's like a passion project for me because it gets to be fashion intertwined with Web3. And it's a really unique business model because it's completely new, to be honest. It's like Raposa and Pudgy Penguins would be two examples of people that have tried what we're doing essentially. And essentially, it is Web2 backed, or Web2 businesses backed by Web3 communities or Web3 tech. And ours is backed by both. So our Web3 community, but also Web3 tech being, yeah, so basically we're a fashion brand with NFC chips on all of our garments, and we created the first on garment verification system. So, one question I ask myself when creating companies is what's the issue I'm solving or what's the problem I'm trying to eliminate, all right? And for this one, it's from Web 2 actually. So, what problem do people ignore over there in the fashion industry? And that's the fakes.
Mm-hmm.
Fakes the $1 trillion industry, and they just completely ignore it because there's no proof of concept or proof of solution in our case. So that's what Bad does with the NFC chips. So we created that, um, actually perfecting that for, I guess, drop 2 or 3, but we want to take like a more luxury approach. Right now, this is like the NFC chip. You'd like tap it with your phone, and it would say verified garment from Bad Environment Club. And actually, the first time you verify it, you get an NFT, which is kind of interesting. We call it the virtual double. But the point of what I was talking about is we kind of want to take it to the next level and make these tags themselves turn into like a more luxury feel. So I'll just say that without leaking too much. But yeah, I mean, to kind of continue the NFC topic is like NFCs are just a portal to your customer. So on top of the verification, I think brands would kind of uptake this idea because I can give or communicate to my customers through the chip on their or their tag on the garment or the shoe or whatever it is, right? So all of a sudden, if I don't know, for the sake of the example, let's say someone holds it for a year, you can reward them by giving them some money or something. So that's one way, portal, and that's why I got excited about NFCs. But honestly, after that, NFCs kind of turn into, and this is where I'm going to lose people, that when we do some products and experiences related to this, it would make a lot of sense to everybody. But on top of a portal, these NFCs, these tags can also be any tech from Web3 we can put into this NFC chip. So let's say there's a protocol or a tool that you like, you can essentially put it into this chip and have a phone activate and control that function. So again, it's going to be confusing to people right there, but we're going to drop some things that are so simple that you guys are like, holy crap, this is dope for fashion, Web 2 people, but also Web 3 tech people. So, yeah, man, I mean, that's kind of in a nutshell, in a rant, what Bad Environment Club is. But it's honestly much more than that. Honestly, it's turning into this like creative studio art cult because it's not just selling our brand, it's selling like the quality we put out on a consistent basis, and that's where people have started to file in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting. I'll let you kind of pickpocket or talk about wherever you want to because I love
Bro, you're
every
good.
part of
You're good.
Bad. You know.
It's good to keep the conversation going, bro. So you're talking about every chip you can reward people, that have the chips, blah blah blah. Is every chip different in the sense of like on they don't all read the same or whatever. I'm trying to think of how I can word it, but I think you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
so essentially, we put out 100 hoodies, a little more than that, but we put out 100 hoodies, let's say. There'd be 100 different chips onto each hoodie,
Mhm.
and each hoodie that you tap would be different verifications. So each one
Mhm.
is one of 100 chips from Bad Environment Club that represent 100 places on the blockchain. So basically, there's an NFT attached to this chip that legitimately makes it real, essentially, right? So um, there's no other chips in the world that have our NFTs from Bad Environment Club on it. Therefore, it's a verification system. So, yeah, I could tap mine if I had my phone on me, but essentially would be there's only 100 verification links in the world and verification NFTs in the world attached to these. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's bullish, bro.
Yeah.
Um, so now that we talked a little bit about bad, we'll hop back into that later. But let's go back to you. When did you start in Web three, and what really brought you into Web three? I know I'm bouncing around. My bad. I'm just
No, I like it. I like it better this way because then it's like you're on your toes. You're not too comfortable.
yeah, bro.
Um, you're being more honest or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, how did I get into Web3? Um, like I said, it was literally like the decline of my bulk resale, which we can dive later is like or if we get time, honestly. But yeah, I used to do bulk distribution for like either wholesalers or just brick and mortar fashion stores. So like bulk sneakers, bulk clothing, bulk whatever, right? And this was about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, and the market for clothing and shoes and these sort of resale markets were going down in the sense of margins were tightening, and I would get like 500 items and make like $5 per item, and I'm like,
Hey.
Jesus, the input money doesn't equal the output money, especially when the risk comes into play. So I was kind of looking for another alleyway, or just was gonna chill and maybe I don't know. Who knows what I would have ended up doing if this didn't happen? But the funniest thing is Soul Plug, one of my buddies and people I have on my team right now for bad. He was like, "Do you want to start buying NFTs?" Because me and him would honestly, I would sell probably hundreds of sneakers to him a week, if not thousands, right? And he's like, "Do you want to buy NFTs?" And this is 3.5 years ago, and we're still best friends, and he's still doing this hard. But yeah, he's like, "Do you want to buy NFTs?" I'm like, "Ah." I mean, I'd never even thought about them before and knew what they were. Didn't know what they were at that time either. But he's like, "Yeah, do you want to start buying NFTs?" I'm like, "All right, fuck it, let's do it." And of course, we started on ETH because Solana hadn't started at this point, I believe. And as far as Solana NFT trading, and basically, yeah, I mean, I can't remember the names of the some toads we made some money off of, but I'd say 90% of trades on ETH we lost money. I think we bought a mutant ape and paper handed it for like 2K profit before
Hey.
their huge pump. Yeah, yeah, like fucking yeah, just not good at
Bro.
it. We came over to Solana though. Like I can't tell you, this was right before Solana started pumping when we came during like DAA mint, maybe like before Meerkat Mint. I don't. It's all blur to me at the beginning, but basically we saw it was like ETH Twitter and then Solana Twitter, and we saw Solana and we're like, why are we not over there? It was had this glowing aura to Solana Twitter, so I was like, why the fuck would we hang out on ETH when it literally was
Yeah.
everything was money based, everything was pump and dump, everything was buy here, sell here, and we're like, holy shit, this is a lot to kind of trying to break down. We get over to Solana, and obviously at the beginning it was a lot of bullshit, but after a bunch of more losses, we probably lost more money over there. We started to really win by the bulls. So when Solana got to 150, 250, I got really good at trading. Um, like I was alpha calling for everybody at that point, and I don't know. Yeah, I was part of the first. So I did botting before Web3, and then botting came to
You're so
Web3.
weird.
Obviously,
Oh
yeah,
my
there was like
god.
private botting, obviously, but the first public bot when botting was possible for NFTs was a CyberKeys, and I manually minted two of them and made a big bag because I minted a rainbow one. But I was destroying mints for about 2 weeks until bots took over. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some big ones were like portals. Um, Some of the other metaverses I remember were just too easy. Mindfolk derivatives, I remember those. We would bot and just flip. Good ass times. By the it was tail end of the bull when the markets outside of Web3 were really diminishing, and Web3 was still kind of like trucking along, still doing
Yeah.
well. I kind of just faded away. Also because I've already started my project before bad at that point. But yeah, I kind of was getting sick of honestly the just what was being pumped and dumped and kind of like the overarching um aura of kind of web3. Like web3 for me is like almost perfect and I feel like everyone would love it, other than the fact that it's like a lottery gambling pump and dump scheme, which is fine, but it's like too much of this. So like that's kind of why I faded. It was like people were mad at great goats for not doing anything. It's like we all knew it wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kind of faded away, and that's when UGS started. So at that point, I was everyday founder. So I had to cut off all my Web 2 workings and completely Web 3. So yeah, that's how I started in Web 3. It was such a random. You know how things? I feel like things align, and like fate's definitely real because it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, fuck it, and then like imagine every fuck it thought I had in my head, I dumped 10K into it. I probably would have just I'd be broke as fuck. This one was the right fuck it to dump 10K into. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, bro. It's funny that you were talking about how like ETH and Twitter, like ETH Twitter and Solana Twitter are just so much different, and I feel like they still are. But right now we're still, we're all down bad. But back then it was more like, oh yeah, this is the money side, Solana's the poor side. I feel like Solana's always been more about the community, unlike ETH. I feel like it's just more money based. You're more focused on making money over there, and here you just buy for the community. And I feel like bad is a good, you know, not a good example because I feel like a lot of people were buying bad because one, bullish on the product, two, bullish on the art. Light did amazing, and three, community. Like on Twitter, you're always seeing bad now. Like it's wild, and I mean it's been great to see because man, that art is crisp. That art is crisp. But yeah, bro. I mean, I like that you said that, and you also brought up the Toads project. Like we all remember that first project of ours that it's either like a monkey, a toad, just an animal, a random animal.
Yeah, and I know the rug toads or something came over to Solana too. I was like, these motherfuckers can't get away from me. It was like acid toads or something. But yeah, shout out to the bag community for real. Like I've never had something happen like that for me, or it felt like bull market. You know what I mean? It was
hmm
literally like the day after Min. I think I looked at the timeline and it was just bad, 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 bad.
Yeah,
All the homies posting it, PFPing it. So yeah, I mean, Light himself, like me and him would stare at it for a few days straight because we hand selected every PFP. Like we generated it a bunch of times and just went through and hand selected because it is only 2,000.
yeah,
Like don't be lazy. Make sure they all look good. You know what I mean?
yeah. Bro,
So
I remember
yeah,
like
it was
sitting
like
in VC with you guys and just hearing you guys talk about it. I'm like, it's wild, bro.
yeah, it would be like me and him would probably do like more work outside of PFPs, and then look at it for like 2 hours, and then do more work, and then I'd go to bed, and Light would stay up all night. Like for the last like 3 or 4 nights before prep for Mint, I would say he was doing that, and it was, I
Wild.
mean, it paid off, man. That's something he's been working on for with Diff. Shout out Diff. Diff is different, but they've been probably working on it iterations and variations color theory we did for weeks honestly, but I would say like 9 months to a year just
It's
on
wild.
like from conception to perfection.
It's wild.
Obviously delays and some months are more vigorous than other months, but like you'll see it in some of the one of ones on Magic Eden or wherever you can view all the one of ones. You'll see a bunch of variations of like art styles that we tried and did, and they're so different. But I don't know. Like someone the other day was like, "Oh, this one of one's so dope. I wish the whole collection was like that." And I was like, "No, then it would look a little too cheap because really, there's so many little factors to it where it's like you see Bad's art from across the room, it stands out like it's a
Yeah.
sticker, but then you get close and you're like, "Holy shit, this has so much detail to it." So it's I don't know. Let me just say shout out to all the collections before us, so Azuki, D Gods, and all these other people because we had to take so much inspiration to make this come out so nice. But yeah, man, I'm so hyped that people like it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I bet, bro. I mean, after so much hard work, I mean, it probably feels good. Also, I was gonna say I loved seeing that guy. I don't know who it was, I forget, but someone said on Twitter that you guys weren't gonna min out, and it was like too big of a project. 2K was too big of a project for you guys. And I got out of school and I saw that you guys minted out, and I saw you DM me, and I saw Bad retweet that. I was like, oh shoot, bro. Oh, that made me laugh, bro.
I'm not gonna take credit for that one. That one was late. Late actually gets on a I don't know, revenge arc, and don't get in his way when he gets on the revenge arc, basically. But that guy's a good guy. He doesn't mean he's making a call. I think it
Bro,
was
I feel like
more
Light's just a big troll. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he's just a one big troll.
you don't want to make Light mad because if you make him mad, he's gonna like if you doubt him, he's gonna prove you wrong like 100 times out of 10. But yeah, man, like that's what I wanted to say as well is like the PFPs, we said it in the announcement, is really just a depiction of like what we do. Like we really gave these out for kind of free, essentially. Like to be
Yeah,
honest with you, we didn't really make anything off of it. But the point is, like, we're an art cult. We're a creative studio that puts out, better art, better garments, better sites. Honestly, everything's better than, the next person being in Web 3 or Web 2. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the trajectory we're going on is just we're definitely taking over Web 3 when it comes to merchandising and fashion, but yeah, Web 2 next, bro.
yeah, yeah. I mean, in that, I'll lead that into the next question. How do you plan to push Bad in a Web 3 sense to Web 2? I know it's probably through clothing, but is there a way that you want to try to get people to, I don't know, come into the Bad community, or I don't know how to word it. I'm drawing a blank
Yeah,
here.
yeah. No, there's a lot of avenues to answer this question with. The first would be like, well, first I was like kind of surprised at the reactions we've gotten just from Web 2 in general, from our garments being that of like kids that seen it at like conventions we've been at. Like SneakerCon Atlanta, I talk about it all the time, but there was like a group of kids that like I saw them grouping together and they were looking at each other and they're like, this shit's so dope. And I was working the other table because we have Web 2 merch at Bat as well, but I'll get into that later. We're adding Web 2 merch to our site, but basically, I see them saying that, and they come over to our second table, and I'm like, "Y'all clowning me? Or what do you think of the Bad Environment Club merch?" And they're like, "No, that shit's so fire." So yeah, like the kids were liking it, but more so to the point I was getting to is like, um, I also kind of take this approach of what our main revenue source is right now is the merchandising side. So providing blanks for companies, so blank hoodies with no design on it, or the most profitable or the most consistent, like we have like 7 clients waiting for us to get to them essentially, is just the full design. Hey, I want a shirt for my company. Hey, I want a hoodie for my company, right?
Yeah,
So I would actually go around to all the booths and say, hey, this is what I make. I don't know if you want better quality, lower price, lowest MOQ around. And to be honest with you, it's surprising. We've already gotten a bunch of sales from Web 2 as well. So that's one alleyway. I think it's kind of underrated is like if I provide the merchandise for 50 brands, those 50 brands will help me co-market my brand.
hmm
So the moment it clicked for me was like I get a message from this guy, pretty actually successful brand, but he says I want a distressed thermal tee with this design on it. But how much for that tap to verify shit? And I and I go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's one way is like I'm going to provide merch for brands up and coming, but also um, I'm from Philly, like I've said, and I have family all around here. But my little brother's in the rap scene in the area, so him and a bunch of his friends are getting a Thingamajiggy merch, which is like him and probably 25 other people from in the city, and they're doing merch from Bad. But basically, I've already given out merch, and it's been in a bunch of videos from like. There's one Philly rapper that gets like 100K in all his videos. One mirror, my little brother gets 30K, 50K on his videos. He's gonna have it in all his videos. So yeah, I mean, like kind of, and then a soul plug from Alabama. He's just friend his his uncle or his something is Alabama's offensive coordinator or something like this. So it's like
Really?
kind of target sub categories of people because I feel like Bad's vibe, Bad's branding, Bad's everything is kind of way more universal than we think. In the sense that I kid you not, everyone that I've given it to, the homie guys from Philly, is repping it and asking for more. So, yeah, I think that's one way is slowly grow within the cities we're already in, because just that's what me and Soulplug have done fashion wise. But on the inverse, Light's kind of this marketing genius, as we know, but also people kind of don't know he's also marketed himself as a musician to then be a signed musician. And he did this through Instagram and he did this through Spotify. So now that PFP Ment's over, we finally get to start marketing really hard on Instagram and TikTok and doing ads and reels and
Mm-hmm.
these things. So, um, kind of the conglomerate answer is we've already turned green as a company based off of merchandising for other companies. If we can scale that, which we have ways to scale, which we'll release this week actually. Or
Hopefully.
many ways to scale, but a new way to scale while other community members can benefit as well will be released this week. But the way I see it is like we have this merchandising leg up on a bunch of other people, being that we're green as a whole, just based off of merchandising. So we don't have to stress on selling X amount of hoodies or sell X amount of t-shirts. Instead, we're having fun with these t-shirts and generating a little profit off of them. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
Because then as a business it's not so stressed on one
It,
leg
it
if
feels
there's
more
so
like a
many.
it feels more like a not a hobby than a job, but it's just like, you're having fun with it. It's not it doesn't feel like work.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Like some days, I mean, it's gonna get easier in the future, but Light just gets to design. We have one of the biggest gambling companies making merch through us, and no fluff. They've said it, so we can say it. So we get to just have design days, and always finding better print shops and embroidery shops. And
Mm-hmm.
funny enough, one of the shops local to me is run by my soccer coach in high school. So it's literally like bro, I can't describe how it feels. It's not work to me. I wake up and I'm excited to do whatever I get to do, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. I also want to go back to what you were saying about it was just like you were so excited to, you were so bullish on your little brother, and that just made me feel good because I know that's exactly how my brother is as well. And he said it so many times. He might be here, but shout out him, bro. Shout out you, Jaren J. You a big W. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Baby Shape actually made it into the. We all call him Baby Shape. Like, it's been away forever, but like that's his rap name now. But like even at summer camp when we were like 8 years old, he was Baby Shape. I was Middle Shape, and Elder Shape was my oldest brother. But yeah, shout out Baby Shape. I fucking don't even realize how much I plug him. Um,
oh no, your cam.
oh, my cam went off.
Yeah,
Hold up. Let me restart. Hold on.
all good,
The
bro.
camera.
All good. But yeah, Big J gnarly, Big J. Shout out Big J. He's a W. Rugger, yeah, already crazy. uh, Chat, how are you? You doing good? Everyone doing good? Chat, if you have any other questions as well for Shaifer, let me know. Drop them in the chat and we can run them up.
I think we're back now. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, sweet. Let me bring the camera back.
Dubs.
Yeah, Discord has been
Discord's
not my
rugging,
friend
bro.
recently.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah, shout out Lil Shafe. Shout out Lil Shafe. Keep grinding, little bro. Actually, he's probably wait. Is he like my age, older?
Yeah. He's 22
Oh
on November
shoot, he's
20th.
like Big Shafe now. He's not Lil Shafe no more.
He actually is getting to be big shape. Like he's probably my size, like, even bigger. Like he plays lacrosse at Hobart. Like he's just a Fogo guy, like the face off guy, but
Yeah,
still he's got to work out to be on the lacrosse team. You know what I mean?
yeah. Big W, Big W. I wish my school had a lacrosse team because that actually would seem fun. I think this is a good
One of the
time.
best sports.
Think this is a good time to go into the. I started this last time with Brody. Shout out Brody. Give us a quote of the day, Shaifer. Give us a quote of the day.
I texted Light something
He was
Virgil
ready.
said.
He was ready, bro. I started.
I know, I
This
was
popped
like,
in my head
actually,
last podcast with Brody, and I want to start doing this like every time, just because it's fun to see what people have.
oh, it just said I dreamt about it.
Hey, hey. That's kind of hard though. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of hard,
Yeah, yeah. It was
bro.
like
It's
kind of
like
like
that would go in our
it was kind of
story.
like put together. Yeah, it was put together in a nice video, but even by itself, it stands well. It's kind of like manifestation,
Yeah,
which is kind of even more of a kind of not a simple topic, I would say. And um, yeah, I think like a big thing is just dreaming big and kind of like shooting for that, and you'll kind of find where you're supposed to go from there.
yeah,
I think a lot of people don't have that initiative, so kind of I dreamt it is past tense in a sense, dreamt.
yeah.
So dreamt and then did is kind of dreamt and did is what it's insinuating, right? So yeah, I like that a lot.
Hey Wes, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. But yeah, bro. If it's only just a dream, and you never act on it, you're never gonna get anywhere with it. And I tell that to a lot of people, and I know my bad for ranting a little bit, but I tell that to a lot of people because I mean, look at me. If I was when I was 12 in sixth grade, if I would have never just taken that initiative, yeah, there we go, initiative, and just I don't know, just bought an NFT, started going into communities, shooting my shot, and now we're here. Podcast content, having fun, just have a bunch of people like that are backing me. It's just like,
I got a question for you actually. So yeah, one thing I actually really believe in, I say it all the time as well. So shout out everyone that's listening that's heard it 100 times from me. But like 50% of getting to where you want to go is actually getting the shit running. Because like I can't tell you how many like half projects I have set up for people where all they have to do is put their boots on the ground and start running in that direction, and they'll be successful. That they just haven't, you know.
yeah,
But for me, also a question for you, a big thing for that I think it stems from is being uncomfortable. So like fear in general. But how'd you get comfortable in Web3? You know, like it probably was a lot of like the chat made you comfortable, but a lot of people are scared to talk on spaces and do these things. But how'd you get past that initial? Was it just time, or how'd you get to the point of where you're at now?
bro.
Right?
I don't even know if like I don't even know if I'm comfortable now. You know what I mean? Like I'm still getting better at that, and it's just you got to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone in some things. Like I had a good talk with Kais from OK Bears about this, just how we were both very antisocial and just introverted. There we go. And it's just you got to get out of your comfort zone and just start talking to people. And I've went on spaces that and talked in front of like I don't know like a buttload of people, especially for my age, and it's just like I don't know. It's you just got to do it and don't think about it.
Yeah, I think even I've done, in the last 2, 3 years, I've probably done like hundreds of spaces and these sort of things. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
still get, even for yours, I was getting little butterflies. I'm like, why am I getting butterflies from Carter? We were just talking the other
Wow.
day. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Wow.
But what you have to realize is kind of like it's like emotions aren't empty. Like there's no reason for you just to be nervous, especially when you know the person. Like, oh, you're talking in front of people, but what does that really mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of relate it to sports or fighting, like because I'm like just MMA family, so not actually street fighting, right? But you get super excited and you feel something in your belly, and you're like, I don't want to do it, or do I want to do it? It's super exciting. I'm hyped up.
Yeah.
It's that sort of same sort of feeling when you're doing public speaking. It's like channel your emotion, channel your energy into what you're trying to say, and really think about like what's going on in your mind at the time, because I think that's where people get clouded, is like, oh, I should say what I'm supposed to say. But no, just channel it into like this is your time to shine. Show them what you
Yeah,
got. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. And I mean, I still get butterflies for these. I'm gonna be honest. Talking to some people, and then I also get butterflies. You brought up sports bro. I've played basketball since I was in kindergarten. I've played on travel teams, AAU teams, and I still get butterflies, bro. Every game, it's bad, but it's whatever. You know, I show up, and who knows? You know. Also, you just said about just showing up and showing what you are about and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people think they have to change themselves for people, and that's why they also get nervous because they feel like they're gonna say the wrong thing or they're gonna say something that people don't agree with. It's just like you gotta accept that people aren't always gonna like you and just do you, have fun in life, and just be yourself. You know?
Yeah, like I feel like people. I don't even know. You see these spaces hosts be so polished on the space, but like, dude, trust me, like he's just like you.
Yeah,
Fucking, I don't know. Shout out Lucifer, but he's literally the
bro.
homie. Like he's literally the homie. Um, like I said, it kind of is just being comfortable in yourself and saying, hey, even if you stutter over what you're saying, it's not like they're gonna make fun of you, and even if they do, it's all in good faith. So at the same time, it's like, bro, just get up on there, talk to us. We're all the same. Literally,
Yeah,
we're all the exact same. We're all
yeah,
waiting for Soul to pump. We're all waiting for Soul to go up a couple bucks. You know.
yeah. We're all
So we're
just
all here.
having
It's like
fun.
at school. If at school there's like everyone's walking by, just say what's up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
say what's up. Don't be unfriendly. Like we're all in the same school
I
right
know.
now.
And then you look awkward if you don't too. So just say hi, and then also it, just have fun, like laugh, smile. Don't always be down. I mean, I used to be really down, but now I'm, getting really social, and everyone's like, "Wow, what happened to you?" And I'm just like, I learned not to care. I learned to be myself and just have fun because if you care too much, stuff gets, depressing. It doesn't.
Yeah, how boring would it be if everyone was too stiff to like have a joke every once in a while? It would just be so boring all the time. So yeah, man, make a mistake or two, it might make everyone laugh, and then you're a hero for the minute. You know what
Bro,
I
yeah,
mean?
bro. I had like my whole English class dying today because I said like the wrong answer, and this is like a daily thing because I just mess up. I'm human, but it's pretty funny. It makes it a lot of fun, especially when you're the one getting laughed at because you just laugh. Oh man. Okay, okay. So where do you see bad in 2 to like 4 years?
Oh shit! Oh my gosh! I don't know. People would have thought we're crazy. Now they probably wouldn't. But like me and Light, have always had like large and long hopes for bad. Like even me soul plug in light, honestly, it's like kind of like the end goal if possible for us. um like we've been kind of manifesting and talking about a storefront for a while, and like I said, kind of one of our business revenues is merchandising. So imagine like a print and embroidery shop out the back.
Yeah,
That's kind of what we really want. um all of us living together, incorporating some sort of holder benefits into the store itself. Yeah, man.
the
I mean,
bad
that's
house.
kind of like,
Oh, the bad house.
yeah,
Woo!
yeah, like old school skate shop vibes, like
Yes, bro.
California fashion vibes. I don't know, bro.
Yes.
Like, it's kind of how I see it, and a lot of people want to hear like the money side of it, but no, I mean that's kind of where I see it going, and I'm almost 100% of us getting there, just because of the mindset me and Light and Soul Plug and the whole team have in general, right? Is just like I don't see it failing. And yeah, I wish I could say, hey, I wish $1 million, $5 million business at the end of the day, but no, the goal is kind of getting to the storefront, and obviously money is important, but if you kind of put those scalability numbers behind it, oh, I want to get to $1 million business, it's not as tangible. So if I say, hey, I want a storefront, then I have to sell or do this much in profit to get there, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of where I want to get to next. Whether that's 1, 2, or 4 years, I don't care. Because, like I said, this is my shit. I'll do this
Yeah,
for the
bro.
rest of my life.
Yeah. Bad house does have a nice ring to it, D'Angelo. I agree. I agree.
Bad House. I haven't even thought about store names, but yeah,
Woo.
D'Angelo and Carter, you guys could cook the name for sure. Bad House, and you already know we would do some crazy branding.
bro. That would be oh. I know you guys can do some clean branding, bro. I know you guys can do some clean branding.
Oh, dude, if me and Light can interior design a store, that's the last part I'll say. Holy shit, man. That
That
shit would be.
would be, oh man, that would actually be fire. I'm gonna be honest. Oh shoot. Okay, man, I messed up my whole Google Doc, but it's fine. It's fine. What's one thing that keeps you going every day?
Passion, obviously. Passion, you have to have passion, otherwise it's gonna seem like a job. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to do what I do, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you have to have something that's kicking you in the ass every day. Like for me, it always was money when I was younger. And I wasn't having the success I'm having now. Um, but the last like 5 to 7 years, it's been more so like family based. So I would say
Hmm.
family, man. Like I don't want my parents to work for the rest of their life. So I'm gonna work
Bro,
as hard as I can to retire them and then retire me, right?
that is
So
exact,
I
bro. That
think
we
you
have the
have to
same.
have,
We have the same goal right there, bro. That is what I do
yeah, yeah.
everything for.
And I think that's kind of like I said, I think your goals shouldn't be something as tangible as money. Like long-term fate goals. Oh, I want to be rich. No, it should be, hey, like you said, I want to retire my dad or my mom, or hey, I just want everyone in my family not to be stressed about money, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden that goal can kind of lead you to a bunch of different places that may or may not make you happy. Then you find another place. So yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's not retire, it's just, just make them happy. You know what I mean? It's show them that, you know, I I'm a pretty good kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you proud of me now,
Yeah,
mom, or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly, exactly. See, bro, she always be telling me that she doesn't understand what I'm doing, but she always be what's it called? Telling me to keep going, you know? She always be picking me up, which W mom right there. W mom.
No, I thought a funny bit we came up with. So like I know how like OG, shout out OG and K Money, shout out K Money. They all do like bits on Twitter and all these things. A funny bit would be like someone get like a parent from Web3 try to explain what their kids do for a living, you
Bro.
know? And have like five
Oh.
to ten parents do that.
Woo!
Like that shit would be so funny because I know my parents would have zero clue other than the fashion part. Shout out to the fashion part of bad. Now they know kind of what I do. But if it
Yeah.
was like UGS, my previous project, it would have been no, no, I fucking idea.
Bro, I might have to take that. I might we'll come back to this, but I might have to, swipe that idea real quick. Easy, funny. That would be good, like short form content too, like TikTok and YouTube
Yeah,
and stuff like that. That would be funny,
I
bro.
got a gang of that. Come at me. I got so many ideas.
Bro, yeah, bro, yeah. I love having. I have like Google Docs just filled of like ideas. It's funny, but um,
Hell yeah, dude.
I feel like we know this. But if you weren't in Web3, what would you be doing? I feel like the same thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we have like a family like me and my brother started this like house custodial business, so run that a little harder, make more income from that, which is just like anything someone needs for their house, from like landscaping to painting the walls to the outside of the house to flooring, cabinets, anything, right?
Yeah.
um do more with that, generate more revenue there, probably not have as much fun but also not work as hard. um Maybe do some bulk reselling of some merchandise. I don't know. It would be a lot more like slow and methodical, right?
Like
It would be
hustle.
like, hey, yeah, more so just start businesses to create revenue.
Yeah.
Um, because like I already have those two established, and then it's like, what would be next, you know?
Mhm.
So in that kind of thought, it kind of yeah, I never thought about that. Is like I think the high pace of Web3 is kind of making me so interested because this is my only focus and can be my only focus because there's so much that goes into the business but also the community side, right? So it's like, what would you be doing if you didn't have this? Damn, life would be a lot simpler. That's
Bro,
fucking
for
for
sure,
sure.
bro, for sure. Nah, the first time I really thought about this question was just like it I never got a real answer for myself. It was more just like thinking about how Web3 has changed my outlook on what I would be doing. You know, before Web3, I had no clue what I wanted to do. Like professional sports, that's like the only thing I really knew. That or like a
Yeah.
9 to 5 job. But now, you know, I want to start creating businesses, you know, content, stuff like that. It's just like it's wild
No,
what Web3
I
has.
agree. I agree. I think that's why, again, kudos to you. I think when you find something like this or a business that you are semi interested in figuring out the logistics behind, it can lead to another business. You're, oh, fuck, I started this business. I'm making money like this. I can kind of segue in this to e commerce,
Yeah,
reselling something I like, right? I think that's kind of how you find your passion is kind of
trial and
it
error.
can be having a job. Yeah, it can be having another type of job like real estate or even just waiting tables. But for me, it's like getting out there, doing shit for free, figuring out where you like. Oh, there's a hole in this industry. What if I started that business? Oh, that wouldn't work because of this. That's kind
Yeah.
of
Oh, here's a
it's
problem.
only
How
gonna
can I
work if
help? How can I help those
yeah.
people? And yeah,
So how do you really understand something? You have to take part in it. So like I think that's where you're really winning. Is like I think you've been here longer than a lot of other motherfuckers, which is hilarious, and you actually understand it. So it's like yeah, it's I just wanted to give you another one or two flowers, whatever that was.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's crazy that I've seen so many people come in and also leave the space. Um, it's just I'm sitting here still here. Started 6th grade. Now I'm in 9th grade and still chugging. And actually doing a lot better now than I was. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Wait, what was? Oh, okay. So, is there any holders benefits slash utility for the PFP project as of right now?
God damn, you're gonna make me scroll to the announcement because I know I wrote this last announcement we put out today, but I don't know if Light included the last part I put in there. 'Cause I don't want to like blow. I don't want to say. I don't know what to say there, but blow his cover, blow his fucking. I'll say it. Blow his load, basically. But
Pause. What? Um.
yeah, yeah. There'll be bolstered. There'll be bolstered rewards and like more opportunities. I would say for the PFPs. And kind of what I've been saying to my friends and everyone is like bad has scaled in 3 months and like done the impossible of turning green, right?
Yeah.
So we've said this from the start is like bad's community will scale and grow with us. So yeah, like I said, let's see. In the next few weeks, we'll roll out a limited drop, value update exclusive to our community, major website overhaul, new products on our site, and a new Web2 marketing push on relevant platforms. So that's the next couple weeks. And then after that, we've already talked about, um, kind of more Web3 centric, not rewards, but benefits, if you will. Um, I kind of have been a strong proponent of like people kind of in Web3 give these sort of raffles or even just auctions way before necessary in the sense of like if I can turn my business to sustainably green or exponentially green, then I can give exponential more rewards for a long period of time. So we're getting to that point. First, there'll be kind of these other money opportunities in the next few weeks for everybody. But yeah, ultimately, it's like we do care about our community, so there's always going to be that sort of thought pattern behind our business. It's like, yes, we want to make money for bad, but we're not here because of just ourselves. Like, we need you guys as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean,
It's bullish.
one thing bad and light is bad, light, and myself are always very, very strong proponents of is you can't promise anything, and we won't promise anything until it's 80% done. So everything we've talked about is 80% done, and from there we'll continue. So yeah, I think like I said, it's a weird NFT model where usually people are like, hey, give me rev share, give me this, and we're
Yeah.
like, no, I mean, we're a Web2 business, we're going to scale, and as we scale, you guys will scale with us.
Yeah.
I think we've seen it with Raposa really well. Like people are believing in that. They have that raffle platform, and our model is very similar to theirs.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think I think holders will be pleasantly surprised, as surprised if not more, than they were with the art, right?
Yeah, that also that's one project I would love to get on here soon is like Reposos because that I mean that coffee I've heard is good. I hate coffee. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of coffee. Can't do that.
I just started drinking coffee. Like I'm 26, about to be 27. I started drinking it like 6 months ago, 3 4 months ago. So yeah, don't start drinking it yet because it's a big vice. People are like, oh, I love coffee. It's like, do you really love coffee or is coffee love you?
Is
You
it
know
the
what I mean? So
caffeine? Yeah, bro. I mean, caffeine is like a
yeah,
drug, bro. I dropped all
it's
caffeine eight
it's a
months
it's
ago.
it's a it's a good no coffee's different. It's a good drug though. It gets you through the day.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, but too much of it is a little bit. Too much can
yeah,
definitely.
it's some people like need it to start their day and have their
Yeah,
brain start rolling. I'll set you up with socks though, or sock, or I think treats as well. So one of them could come on. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
love those guys.
I
They're
love
awesome.
treats. She's the W men's. Um. Okay, but that's. Wait, what are we on? 55. Okay, yeah, I got time. Okay. Um.
You got five more. Come on, dog.
I mean, I got a little bit more time. If you have a little bit more time, I have a call at
Yeah, I have a
6:30.
limited time. I thought you were trying to like fill it perfectly. I was like, come on, I don't run out of questions yet.
No, 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 no. So if you had to go back in your life, it could be 6 months ago. It could be, you know, the beginning of your life. What's one thing that you would change, or, or if you don't want to change anything, what's one thing that you would go back and tell yourself?
Obviously, this isn't like something like a time machine question where I'm supposed to be like, oh, go back to right before the dump and sell everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, no,
um,
no. I mean, I had that last time. I was like, Brody, come on now. Give me a better. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. I'm trying to think. Like, I think kind of why I gave you so many flowers. I think I started late in my head. Like, I didn't start very late, but I think it was like 22, 22, 23-ish range. Yeah, probably before that, like 20, 21. I would say 21, 22. Working super, super hard in the sense of like time is super valuable. And I wanted to be like, oh, I have to live in the moment. I have to hang out with as many people as I can. I have to have the most fun I can. And I know people always say this is like moderation, do everything in moderation, but it's so true just because like and everyone's different, but my balance is work for a week straight and then go on vacation in the sense of like go to a different place and then you can have fun there for a night
yeah,
or two, right? Yeah, it's kind of like that is like I don't do too much. Like a lot of people are scared to kind of be alone and kind of focus in on just one thing at a time.
yeah,
You want to do this every day. You want to do this every day. You want to do this every day. You don't have that much time, man. Like time is the most valuable thing, man. So stop hanging out with your friends. If they're your real friends, they'll be there for you every weekend or once a month or whatever you want to go out. So yeah, I think it's just that is don't do too much. Like hang out with your family, sit in your room for half the day, and figure out what you really want to do on the computer, or if it's working out or whatever it is. Because yeah, like after I stopped playing sports, probably junior year of high school, it was just that I was always trying to figure out what was next. What's this person doing? What's this person doing? Let's go hang out with this person. So
yeah,
I think a lot of people have this issue. It's like it's not ADHD. It's just sit down and get a bunch of stuff done. There's
yeah,
a lot of stuff to get done in your life. So I think that's where it was for me. I wish I started at 16 or like Soul Plug started or like 16 years old or like you fucking you want to know when you started. So that's it for me is like if I turned on my switch of being you know, whatever I consider myself, like the hardest worker, I'm going to be on here and cooking up something for myself that I'm proud of. If I turn that on instead of chasing kind of immediate gains or whatever you want to kind of consider them, friendships, fun, this business, that business, just focus in and trying to figure out what you're really good at and what you're going to do because that's where you're going to be successful. So,
yeah.
yeah, I wish I started that 5 years earlier, like you, man.
Bro, I mean, it's just like what you said about man, I got man. You said a lot there that really resonated, but I don't know. It's just like a lot of That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. You were talking about your balances working for weeks straight and then going on vacation. And I here's a question: how many times did you get at or did you get told that you were working too hard? How many times? Because I know I've got told that so many times in the last 2 years. Whatever. Wait, how? I mean, something like that. I can't tell you how many times and like how many people have told me that. Oh, you're working too hard. You need to go and have fun. But it's like this is my fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like maybe you need to not work as hard, but I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And maybe
Yeah.
I'll work harder because you said that,
That's
honestly.
exactly how I am. Like it's bad. Like when someone tells me I can't, it's like, oh, I have to now. You know what I mean? I can't let them be right. It's sometimes a bad thing to have, but it's also not a bad thing because then you'll get it done.
Yeah, it's like, oh, a lot of people are worried about burnout or whatever they call it. I think I've been through so many burnouts that I know how to manage my burnouts. You know what I
I
mean? So
know.
it's like, okay, maybe your body can't handle what I'm doing, but I need to do this. Like this is
Yeah.
what my body wants
Yeah.
to do.
There might
So
be like one day where I'm like, okay, I'm in the burnout. I take a day and then I come back even stronger than what I was before. And it's just like, oh, well, we're back. So, yeah, I mean, you said it really well. I don't know if I would have something to go back and tell myself because I feel like I'm pretty happy with where I am right now.
I'll just tell my old buddy to start faster, start earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, just that or don't change for people and just do what you love. Don't feel like you have to change.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like I'm trying to still work on that too. It's like I'm very comfortable around the people I know,
Yeah.
and it's just a new thing for me to talk about my emotions or how I feel. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like always got to keep cracking the egg. If you just open up and be your kind of full self, you kind of see the repercussions of, people that really love that or don't. There's no reason to be shielding off what you want to say or do.
Yeah. Yeah. Never change. Never change. Schaefer, that's all I got. I'm gonna be honest. That's all I got.
No, you're good. Amy Street said if I don't shout her out, she's flooding. So shout out Amy Street.
Yeah. Shout out Amy
No, it's
Street. No,
I was
definitely.
thinking about this today. I was like, I forgot who I saw on Twitter. I think it was some girl from ETH GG or something like this. I don't know how she came on my timeline, but she's been doing like crypto Miami meetups. But I was like, we need some DMV meetups. We need some Philly meetups because I know Outcast is out there in Maryland. I know June Business in DC. I know we got hella people in New York. So we need to just do like a dinner, not like a dinner, but you know what I mean? Like everyone meet
Bro,
up at like a rooftop bar. You know what I mean?
if you would run one up, I'm gonna be honest. I would find a way to come up to Philly. Find
What do you mean find? Oh, I forgot. You don't have buses or trains out there. I was like, find a way. What do you mean? In Philly, we could just bus or train literally everywhere in the
it.
world.
Yeah, no, yeah, we don't got it like that here. We don't got it like that here, but we would find a way
Maybe
for sure. We
we'll
would
throw
find a
one
way,
in Hershey, PA. Or we'll throw one
bro.
in
That's fine.
what
Yeah, honestly,
Hershey might be more doable.
I know somewhere that would be doable. You know where Penn State is? Throw one at the campus, bro. Let's yeah. That's a lot more doable. Let's run it up at Penn State,
Yeah, yeah. Like honestly, like if we could, I don't know, throw a
bro.
concert up
That
there,
would be
big all.
wild too. Easy bad. Marketing too. Holy cow.
So like I said, my little brother goes to. I don't know if I told you this now or the other day or whatever. But my little brother goes to Hobart, in New York for lacrosse.
Yeah.
Um, and he's also like a rapper essentially in Philly, so he's blowing up a little bit there. But everyone at school loves him and calls him Baby Shape, his rapper name. All this, right? Yeah, we're gonna throw a concert for him in the spring. and
Hey, that's sick,
film the
bro.
shit out of
What?
that. All the homies from Philly are gonna come up there, so it's gonna be like a bunch of the homies,
That's
bunch of
such a
college
W.
girls. Yeah.
Nah, he's pulling. He's pulling.
Oh, what do you mean? Is that a question?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's
But
funny,
yeah,
bro.
Carter, you got a fucking knack for this. I'm fucking impressed, dude.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna keep getting better, you know. Every episode, every every day, just keep getting better.
Yeah, I heard about the guest that might come up soon, so everyone stay the fuck
Oh
tuned.
yeah.
Hit that
Oh
subscribe
yeah.
fucking button. You
Yeah.
already know.
If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. If you haven't already, man, bro. Yeah, I dropped some alpha on you this morning, huh? I dropped some alpha on you this morning.
I'm
That's
about to make a Twitch and a kick after this just so I can watch you every week till it comes out type shit.
Nah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. Oh man, I dropped a couple on you, huh? That's yeah. But
Yeah, bro.
everyone stay tuned, bruh. Everyone stay tuned. I appreciate everyone watching. Shout out Shaifer again. Shout out Amy Street too. Yeah. Hey Amy. And all of Bad's links, man, that's rough to say, will be down in the description. Holy cow, I can't talk, but hey. Shout out Shaifer again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.